Hey, Gamesline! I'm back here with Nour, Play With Your Food, and DJ, the developer of this. You've been working on this for a long, long time.
Like 7 years, basically.
This has been such a project of love, and every time I get to see a little bit more. Star, are you putting sriracha on your popcorn? Fuka?
Food dye, yeah.
Oh, you're just making it red. You're just food dyeing it red.
Tools in the game. We're revealing. I think this is the first demo, big demo with the controller and the tools and kind of everything.
How has it been adapted? So to pull things back, Nour is about playing with your food. You spawn in these food objects, and then you just do stuff. You have just a suite of things, like verbs that you just do at your food. And so you've been just making toys for this for years and years. How is it now that you've got it all made, it's all on the table? Do you still feel like you have more things that you want to stick in there and stuff?
There's always stuff I want to add, just always, and I think any game dev can attest to that. It never feels truly done.
So how do you say that, all right, this is it?
At some point, you just gotta call it.
This is as much food that you can play with.
There's an art form to it. Just being you know what, I'm satisfied with this. I'm actually not, but you know what, we're telling ourselves we're shipping it. It has to be done. Yeah, and so it's something I've learned about just shipping a game. You just gotta be all right, that's all.
I've been watching people demo this, and there's this little creature that kind of comes in and messes with stuff. And from a design perspective, that's so smart, because sometimes you're on a blank canvas, you're what do I do? And then some guy comes in and just messes with it.
Yes, that is the jellyfish, and he's here to mess things up, but also give you something in return.
It's playful.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and it's something that it started off as a little Easter egg, but then it's kind of become more integral to the game. It still kind of is in the Easter egg territory, but you'll kind of see he'll have more significance in the final game.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, not until this moment have I considered, is there a story here? Because I was so satisfied with playing with my food, and everything that I've seen of it is cool. There's a story there? There's stuff to, drive the play
There's a
along?
lot of stuff to find.
Really?
There's a little bit of intertwinement, but the game doesn't have, it's not a plot-based thing or anything like that.
Because this is a little bigger brain than, a linear plot dynamic or some characters. No, the characters are your meat tenderizers.
Yeah, exactly. And the ingredients that are flying around the screen as well.
Okay, so you've been working on this for a long time. You've shown it a lot of places.
Yes.
And anytime you show it, it gets a good response. The hard part is that this is not an easy sell, even though it looks great. When you're talking to publishers, when you're talking to people that you want to put this on, when you talk to Panic, who's putting you over here, how does that work? Because most game devs, they're looking at what's the story, what's the start to end, how many hours is it? And it's none of those apply here.
I've always said it's a game that better shows than tells.
Right.
Because it's just try on paper describing this game. It's pretty difficult.
Exactly.
It's pretty difficult. And so what I do is I just have the game up somewhere on a giant screen, and then I just let it do the talking.
Yep.
That's pretty much how it's worked, and that's how Panic actually discovered me, was just through a conference where I was showing the game, I was giving a talk, and they were really interested in it, and they had seen the GIFs and stuff floating around Twitter.
When was that in the process? Because you've been working on this for 7 years. Was that a year ago or 2 years ago?
Where was this? It was right before the pandemic started, actually.
Okay,
when
cool.
I signed on, and so like I just like bunkered down. I was just like, all right, let's get this console ready. Let's do it.
Because it's the right people. Like their whole thing is vibes.
Yeah.
Untitled Goose Game's about a vibe. You can't describe that on paper.
Right.
It's about playfulness and stuff. So it's like this makes perfect sense.
Yeah, and it's an honor to follow up Goose Game as a Panic published game. Yeah, it's just like crazy, but it also makes a lot of sense because it's like, okay, playful little games with cool, cohesive art styles that like kind of just get a chuckle as soon as you look at it. Like, like kind of absurd. So
I'm looking at Star here. Our friend is playing through for us, and it's got me thinking about the sound. Are you okay?
No. Oh, if you just pull back here, you can kind of And if you pull back all the way, that exits the level.
Whoa, they like zoom out all the way out.
Yes. So this level select is something new as well.
That looks cool.
Yeah, thank you. So you're presented with all these different dishes, and as you play through the levels, new cloches unlock, and you're presented with a different.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, that's like a standard level progression kind of thing that people can grab onto. Awesome.
Yeah, we like it took us a while to kind of come up with that because it was just like, okay, there's no goals or objectives. How do you progress through the game? And,
how do you point the player from A to wherever?
Right, exactly. And that was a really hard design thing to figure out. But we kind of just figured, like, from watching people play, we realized that like folks actually spend quite a bit of time just on one level, and so it kind of works out. Like even if you like go in and immediately leave the level, just like you can kind of just like see what's like what there is there.
That is such a fascinating design challenge.
Yeah, because we pretty much leave it up to the player wanting to discover all the secrets in the game to like to give it length, basically.
That's so funny because like that's the opposite of most game devs who are like, I just hope they, get through the first level so they can see X, Y, Z, and it's like you have no problem with a player getting through a place.
Right.
But how do I show them a place?
Right. Not everyone likes every food. Some people are picky. So we're just like,
exactly.
If you don't want to if you don't like noodles, you don't have to.
Yep. I wanted to talk about the sound design.
Yes.
Because I think the play space that you're creating is very visual. It has all this stuff, but the backbone of the whole thing is the sound.
Yes.
It lives and dies on this very crunchy, satisfying sound. How did you go about putting all that together?
Yeah, so the game kind of, I don't know, like the producers that I worked with, we kind of all connected over liking this very similar sort of sound, a very similar sort of like just musical, just like tendencies. And so we really wanted to do something dynamic with the soundtrack.
Right.
And we were all like kind of immediately on the same page with it, like even without like, we didn't have to have that many meetings to like figure out what exactly we wanted to do.
Okay, so you're coming at it from like a designer standpoint with the other producers, and you're like, this is what this sounds like. And everyone goes, that's what that sounds like. Yes, you got it.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't have to like outline a whole system. I was just like, here's kind of the vision, and they were like, that's exactly what I was thinking. And then it all kind of branched out from there. So it's like a completely dynamic soundtrack. As you're playing, more layers kind of get added to the song that's playing.
Smart.
And as you're, there's certain like combos you can do. So each food interaction you do has like a different like timing. Like if you do like quarter notes or like whole notes, the game will kind of notice that and then kind of change up the melody to sort of.
Oh, that's cool. So you've got people who could be performing this, like playing it.
Yeah, like playing, performing. Yeah, you're like playing music with your food basically, and
that's so cool.
It's a like it looks so simple on the surface, but there's a lot of complexity underneath, and it completely depends on the player. Like if they're into that sort of thing, if they play a lot of rhythm games, they'll start to just notice things about the game, and the game kind of like talks to you and gives you that feedback of like, I see what you're doing there.
You made a game that talks to people to tell them. That's beautiful. What's your favorite thing to play with? Are those little tiny plastic wrapped hamburgers?
Yes. Yes. Those were my favorite growing up. I would always.
Wait, those are your favorite?
they always caught my eye. I was just like, it's a hamburger, but made from gummies.
Gummy.
Brilliant. It's just brilliant.
But did you eat one of those?
Yeah.
They're bad.
They're bad?
They're
I don't
bad.
know. I always like the taste. I don't know what it is. I don't think it's traditionally good.
Okay,
but
no.
I love those.
If you love them, I'm glad someone loves them because I look at them and I'm like, oh, what a novelty. But if someone likes them, I'm like, okay, that's for DJ.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at those with a completely different light now.
Yeah.
Nour and DJ believes in the plastic gummies that look like food.
I'm the fan. I'm their number one fan.
Any others that your favorite that you like playing around?
Like favorite level?
Yeah, what's like a favorite level?
Oh gosh, hard to say.
Beautiful. I like their like rolling away star. They're gone.
My favorite might have to be the noodles because we call it the Hyrule Castle of Nour because it's kind of just the level that kind of showcases the game the best. It has everything in it.
That's a beautiful way to put it.
Yeah, it kind of it's just what the game is really about. Is just like playful food, and I feel like ramen is a really playful food.
Yeah,
so many different components and ingredients that are just really pleasing to look at, and also just fun to see thrown across the tables.
Yep, just whoosh, by. Oh,
exactly.
That's amazing. So business stuff. When is it coming out? Soon.
September 12th, 2023.
Are you okay?
No.
Okay. I was expecting like you to say a normal thing like October, which wouldn't be normal either. September 12th is like next week.
Yeah, no, it's coming up. It's coming up.
That's
dude.
Now.
Yeah.
Out basically now.
Yeah, but we're getting through it. We're just getting this marketing stuff down.
That's on Steam.
Yeah, it's gonna be Steam,
PS4,
Epic Game Store, PS4, PS5.
Nice, awesome.
Yeah.
That Epic deal is gonna be nice. That's kind of the spot for it. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for showing us Nour. Star, thank you for playing Nour for us. And yeah, have a great rest of PAX.
Thank you so much. Yeah, thanks for this little interview.